Hello and welcome to Call the Midwives. Today we're going to be talking about childbirth preparation. This is the preparation that you need to do prior to going into labour. Now if you follow these tips you'll be halfway there to have a good outcome. Okay, so we're going to be discussing today exercise because exercise is really important. We're going to be discussing good diet, positive attitude, relaxation and hypnotherapy, and get yourself a birthing ball. Right, excuse my primitive diagram here. I'm not really good at diagrams, but I thought it'd be a bit unusual because you see so many videos and downloads that are all technical, and basically childbirth is not technical. Childbirth's a normal, natural, physiological process and your body has been built to do it. So don't forget that. Now, let's start off. I usually like women to think about preparing for childbirth from around 32 weeks. Now, you may be watching this and you might have only just discovered you're pregnant. Keep fit, keep healthy. It's really important that you do that because if you're going to have a good outcome, your body needs to rely upon you to keep healthy. Now, your uterus at 40 weeks gestation is the biggest muscle in the human body and it requires support from your abdominal muscles. Now, for the contractions to be really coordinated, the abdomen needs to be in good condition, and that helps to support the uterus during childbirth, and those contractions will be more coordinated. Now, I recommend that you try and find a pregnancy yoga class, possibly swimming 3 times a week, and walking. Get your headphones on, bottle of water, and get out there and have a brisk walk, half an hour at least 5 times a week. Get yourself in the right mood for childbirth. You've made the commitment to have a baby, make the commitment to prepare yourself for that experience, and you'll find that it's a whole lot easier. Now, I'm a mother of 2 children. I had 2 normal deliveries. With my second child, I didn't have any pain relief. I come out the other side of it. I'm a grandmother. My daughter-in-law had 2 9-pound babies. Yes, 9 pound, and all she had was gas and air and was able to mobilise. So it is doable. You can do it, and we see it all the time. So exercise is really important. The other thing that is really important, and we forget this, we think we're pregnant, we eat for 2, don't worry about it, but it is really important to have good nutrition. Now, hopefully you've been taking throughout your pregnancy some vitamin D, you've been having plenty of vitamin C, and you've also taken your folic acid early on in pregnancy. Now, obviously the midwife will check your iron levels as you go through, and she will discuss strategies to help you get good iron levels. Your diet needs to incorporate some good protein, fish as well as red meat. Red meat sits in your gut for ages, so really 2 portions of red meat a week is enough for anybody. Protein comes in all sorts of shapes and sizes. You've got eggs as well for protein. You've got some alternative vegetarian protein supplements. You've got salmon. You've got loads of things you can get on a plate and get out there and make yourself some delicious food. Your plate needs to be full of vegetables, all different kinds of vegetables. Your plate also needs to be full of salads, and you need to eat your 5 a day. So don't forget to do that. Yes, you do need carbs for energy, but you want slow release carbs. Bags of crisps and cokes are a no-no whilst you're pregnant. So try to push them to one side or save them for special occasions. Excuse me. Now, the other thing that is really important is to keep yourself hydrated. Plenty of us think we drink enough fluids and we don't. Quite frankly, our body needs at least 3 litres to 4 litres a day. Essentially, we are made up of water, so we need to be drinking plenty of water. Again, a uterus needs to be hydrated. Your baby needs to be in good condition to get through this experience. So get out there, get yourself some decent water, and get into the habit of drinking plenty of water. It's really important. I'm going to move on now to something that really I feel is important, and that is having a positive mental attitude. We know that fear interferes with childbirth more often than not. It doesn't help when you're watching programs like One Born Every Minute, where there's all dramatic experiences, and obviously they've been put there because that helps increase the viewers. Now, eliminate all those kinds of programs. Don't listen to your friend's scary stories or your mum's scary story, because you don't have to go down the same path as your friends or mums. I did some antenatal classes before Christmas, and my client was really concerned. All her friends had had terrible outcomes. She was erring on the side of caution, was saying that she was considering an epidural, etc, etc. I persuaded her, and I spoke to her about her fears. We explored her fears, and I persuaded her to check out her local birth centre. I got a beautiful email back from her prior to her post-delivery, telling me that she had her baby on the birth centre, she had a water birth, and she had a really good outcome with an 8-pound baby, and she was really pleased that she listened to my advice. And as it turned out, of all her friends, she had the best outcome, which made her feel a lot better about herself. This is all about empowering yourself, ladies. We can do this. Our bodies are built to do it. Right, in this diagram, quickly, I'll just go through it. You've got your uterus, you've got your cervix, you've got your baby. Hopefully the head's down, because obviously there's issues around the baby's head being up, but it's still doable, but you'd have to do your research. You've got your placenta, and you've got your umbilical cord, which is the supply to the placenta. This is why I reiterate about your good nutrition and your good hydration, because baby goes through a lot more stress than you do when you're in labour. So remember that. All the time you focus on helping your baby and working as a team and breathing properly and the exercise prior to going into labour, you're going to have a better positive attitude. Other things that can help you are exploring things like hypnotherapy. Natal hypnotherapy is really good. They do apps downloaded to your phone. You can listen to them for 15 minutes to half an hour every day to get you in the zone. Good music, if you love music, have a good dance every day. It's really good for you. Take some tunes into the childbirth area with you, because they will keep you going. Also, some women, they have their scan picture and they focus on their scan picture. They're focusing on after the baby's born, and they know that they've got to do this. So all the preparation is really important. The other thing I'd like to say, explore some really good antenatal classes. Your NHS area should supply antenatal classes, but sometimes they can be oversubscribed and you're not always able to ask the right questions. You're not always able to explore your different options, because obviously the midwife only has a certain time frame. So if you can explore other alternatives, there's plenty of information on YouTube. I've got my own Call the Midwives YouTube channel, and I upload animated information from different resources. I've also got a Facebook page, and everything I put on the Call the Midwives Facebook page is designed to lower your fears. Fear of childbirth has grown dramatically in the last 10 years, and it's probably exposure to negative media, and it's probably exposure to other people's negative birth stories. This is doable. You can do it. One more thing before I go, because I will be back, and I will be back with another episode, and we'll go from there. Get yourself a yoga ball. Your pelvis can open 28% extra during labour in order to facilitate the birth of the baby. Now, this is done by adopting certain postures, which I will be talking about in a separate video, but also the ligaments in your hips and thighs will be more supple if you use a ball in practice for about 4 to 6 weeks prior to having your baby. The other thing that a birthing ball does is it enables you to sit up straight. Now, a baby has to get into a really good position for labour to be a decent amount of time. So if you're on a birthing ball and you're sitting up straight, your baby has to rotate to the front. Now if your baby rotates to the front and the baby's in the OA position with the back facing out, that is the easiest position for childbirth. So although they're about £7 to £10, I really think that if you invest in one of those and practice on it every day for at least half an hour, you can sit on it while you're watching TV. That will get you in a good position for when you go into labour. Now that's all from me today. If you want to check out my Facebook page, it's Call the Midwives on Facebook, and there's links there to my YouTube channel as well, and I will be back very soon. Look after yourselves, ladies. See you soon.